Advocacy for Child Justice is a non-governmental organization based in Lusaka, Zambia, that uses issue-based approaches to advocate for the rights and best interests of children who come into conflict with the law. ACJ was originally established as Advocacy for Juvenile Justice, AJJ, in May of 2004 and was registered later that year in November. AJJ was founded as a response to the gaps identified in the fight for children's rights in the juvenile justice system. AJJ underwent the name change to ACJ in 2014 to reflect the legislative changes happening in Zambia. The legislative changes labeled all those under the age of 18 as children instead of juveniles, thus the name change. ACJ stands for the creation of a society free from all forms of child injustice through promotion of children's rights and advocacy for policy reform, as well as various programs geared towards their protection, behavior change, and social development in child-friendly environments. Through our correctional center, we offer legal services which include facilitation of legal representation, preparation for court, case tracking, monitoring, psychosocial counselling, economic empowerment, and educational support for children who come into conflict with the law and those at risk.
First of all, diversion is a situation whereby the courts, with a recommendation of with the juvenile officer, they recommend the child to come through our center, which is a correctional center, Here where instead of a child to be sent to Katombola or to Nakambala, the child is sent to our offices here, where we offer psychosocial counseling. Here we have several services that we offer under our desk. One, for example, the one that I've explained, the diversion one, where the courts they send the juveniles to our offices here, to our center here. And then we also have a situation where someone out there has got an issue, they can just walk through our offices here, where we offer them legal advice, psychosocial counseling. For those who are not referred by the courts, but just someone who can have an issue out there, they can just walk over. So those are some of the services that we do in the correctional facilities. This is where we follow juveniles cases there in the prison, in the correctional facility. We counsel them as well. We offer legal advice, and then we make a follow-up with the courts to see to it that their matters are being heard as soon as possible, so that juvenile they don't stay there in incarceration for a long time. Apart from that, when a juvenile is undergo the 12 steps, and then we see to it that they are being rehabilitated, we visit them in their homes, so that we also see the atmosphere where they stay, if it's conducive. We also talk to the parents or the guardian, whoever the juvenile stay with. For children that have come conflicts with the law, we start first. Some of them we even follow them up at the police station. This can be a civil matter or it can be a criminal matter. It doesn't just mean it has to be a criminal matter, but even civil matters we handle for these children who come in conflict with the law. So some of the children that we have, a number of children that we've helped, we've assisted in terms of legal advice, because our legal advice services here, they're free of charge. We also offer psychosocial counseling to them, free of charge.
As ACJ, we are guided by our core values when handling cases at our community center, which include confidentiality, in that we maintain confidentiality with regard to our partners and children. Accountability, in that we are accountable to the partners, children, government, and all those we work with. Integrity, in that we maintain high levels of honesty in our work. Transparency, in that we are open in the way we work with children, communities, and partners. And collaboration, in that we work with communities and children.
Advocacy for child justice not only works with children who are referred, so we do get referrals from the courts and from social welfare mainly. Yes, the police and other parts or arms of the judicial system can also refer to advocacy for child justice for diversion. But the main sources of diversion are the courts and social welfare. So there are times as well when we receive walk-in cases. So walk-in cases are non-referred cases. So these are children who just come in and seek the help of the organization. So this program looks at children as a whole being. Yeah, so humans are this whole being made up of different parts. So this diversion program is meant to assist children develop in all of these aspects, from the religious aspect to the moral aspect to the functional aspect. Because like I mentioned, dysfunction is what leads them to moving against what is deemed right. So the longest goes to 8 months. Yes, it does extend beyond that, depending on how serious the case is and how well the child receives the diversion program.
Ndine hekta pili nchako che course ya electric patigabwa manjito nezinapanga mlandu globally. So after nenda koti wa social fair wananiyimirira wanandidefenda abwa banuza kulikuwa ngakupereke kungakutandize. So nani kainezofuna nivichokemo vija sindi situation nezofuna nandali nabona bwera noigonga program ntanza vambiri program kainezo prepare for aka nezokumamowa but je counselling che inakwanisa nchinja apa notasha apa nichemusha che ngaleso mungalira nabantu na kuziba milandu.
My name is Chulukamda. I am 19 years old. I am studying cosmetology. It's about makeup and cosmetics. It first taught me to be truthful and to analyze my situation. As a matter of fact, every time I used to come here, I used to come with a notebook so that everything they teach me, I write it down. And when I go home, I research and meditate about it so that it helps me through my changes. So it has helped me a lot because I've learned to control myself. They used to teach me here, and what I learned from it was that I'm supposed to be true to myself. And I put all that in consideration, thinking about my future and the time that I'm wasting by just playing around. And if I wasn't hearing what they were telling me exactly, I wouldn't have even managed to go to school, because it's one of those things where people are forcing you and you're not into it, so you wouldn't go anywhere. But I tried to focus on my education and doing what I wanted. Apart from my career, because I'm somebody that likes making myself busy. So apart from my career, I have a lot of things that I like doing on my free time. I mostly write songs, go to a studio, and I want to start up a business so that while I'm going at school, if I'm free, I get to advertise my clothes, sell them, and make a profit out of myself, so that even if my mom is I'm financially stable to pay my school fees, I'm able to do it myself with the savings I'm making.
SCJ hopes to continue to restore children that come into conflict with the law through the Community Correctional Centre.
Here at Advocacy for Child Justice Community Correctional Centre, we offer the following services. prison visits for psychosocial counselling, case monitoring and tracking for pre-trial child offenders, psychosocial counselling for child offenders on probation, filing of bail on behalf of child offenders, facilitation of child court representation and child court preparation,